NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by State Farm, where great coverage meets great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Lowe's, for all your home improvement needs. Lowe's, let's build something together. By Subway, where Tony Stewart goes to fuel up. Subway, race hard, eat fresh. And by Sprint, welcome to the 2008 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Speed is beautiful.
Green flag is just waved to restart with 40 laps to go. The caution was out as Casey Mears came across the front of Michael Waltrip's car, and it was Waltrip's pushing Mears down the back straightaway that got Michael parked for the night. I believe both cars are going to be out of the race, as Denny Hamlin has Kyle Busch in hot pursuit. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Clint Boyer, Mark Martin, all on new tires and ready to run for these last 40 laps.
This could turn into something, boys. I mean, you got 3 cars right here pretty good. That 11 obviously is a little better, but there's some guys pretty hungry.
Well, when I look at the top 3, you're looking at a guy up front that wants to win in what he called his Indianapolis. You got a guy running third, hadn't won in 2 years. You got a guy running second. He doesn't care. He just wants to win every week and every race.
Setting up.
Kyle Busch was a guest at Denny Hamlin's charity race Thursday night, and he was a little rude. He beat Hamlin. He won the race.
Yeah,
that's what he was there to do.
Then he got in a little bit of trouble, had to go to back, but he fought his way back up there to finish 4th. But they had a great night over there, raised a lot of money for the foundation.
Southside Speedway.
We were riding with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He and Clint Boyer both just ran their fastest lap of this race here on lap 362.
Let's mention Reed Sorensen got the free pass on that caution, so 17 cars are on the lead lap.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., that 88, he's starting to work that high groove just a little bit, especially down there in turn 1 and 2. Got a great run off turn 2. He's going to go to the inside of Kyle Busch going into 3.
But that's what that does. That's called diamond in a corner, where you let it go up the hill and then run down and get a great run underneath somebody.
Still
now,
outside there.
If I was Denny Hamlin, oh, we got a wreck up here in 4, guys.
Jamie McMurray in the wall hard.
On the back.
And he was still on the lead lap.
His spotter said he got turned around. That's going to leave a mark. So we go back to the last scoring loop position that the cars crossed prior to caution, and we'll see how they score that second place battle for the restart.
Yeah, it got pretty heated down in turn 1 and 2.
See what happened to Jamie McMurray.
There again, 3 wide, and somebody can't, you know, just not enough room for these guys to do what they've been trying to do, especially getting into turn 3. That's a tight corner.
He carried a lot of speed in there. There may have been some contact, perhaps from Joe Nemechek. Not sure from that angle.
Yeah, we're probably not done with cautions just yet.
Oh, no.
Cautions free. Cautions.
You can go all night long. You can go 300 laps and never have one. But then in the last 100 laps, we may have 10 or 15.
A right rear spring. Both truck arms are bent.
Ooh.
Yeah, that thing was hopping up and down like a little league shortstop when I saw it.
He'll take her behind the wall. Now, we only ran 5 laps. There's no question we'll see the guys at the front stay out. May see some guys at the back of the lead lap cars hit pit road and get those 4 fresh good years.
The situation we had last night, very late in the race. Kevin Harvick was leading. Carl Edwards was second. They did not pit. Had they pitted, everybody else probably would have stayed out. They wouldn't have had good track position, wouldn't have made it back to the front, but Denny Hamlin and everybody else hit pit road. Turned out to be a race-winning move. Same situation tonight if we get another caution a little later in?
If we run another 10 or 15 laps, you better believe I think you want to come get those 4 fresh Goodyear tires. But I can't stress enough what I just said a moment ago when I look at the top 3 guys. You've got a guy that's leading this race that told Steve Burns, it means more to me to win at Richmond than maybe win the Daytona 500. You've got Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has not won in 2 years since here back in 2006. And as I said, that cat running second, he doesn't care. He just wants to win everything, every race.
What I'm saying, though, is this car. Every week this car does something, and I say, guys, I don't see how they can do it. They race harder in this car than I believe I've ever seen them race before. We're seeing 3 wide. A lot of place around this racetrack where you shouldn't be. But I think these guys are so confident and so comfortable with this car that they're doing things I've never seen them do before. They're being really reckless in this car, and they're doing some things that I think that they're not getting away with, and it catches up with them eventually.
Well, now I've got my two experts up here, and they're available to you 24/7 along with the rest of the folks at Ask the Pros, built by the Home Depot, and that is right there for you at foxsports.com 24/7 to answer your questions. Go to foxsports.com/askthepros.
You know, we talked at the top of the night about Saturday night short track racing. It's where we all got our starts. And normally when you run a short track event on a Saturday night, it's about a 25 or 30 lap feature. You know what? That's what we got here. We're going to have about a 30 lap feature to the end.
This is the 9th caution flag of the night. The big one was caution flag number 6 at lap 231. It involved more than 10 cars. Started with the 96 J.J. Yaley and 22 Dave Blaney. When it was done, half a dozen cars went to the garage out of the race as things got very narrow there in the back straightaway. That's the 10 at Carpentier taking the hardest hit again and again and again. So now 31 laps to go, 30 when they hit the line. 17 lead lap cars. Travis Kvapil got the free pass. Here we go, short track Saturday night.
And I tell you, we got all the main guys right up at the front right now. You got 18, 88, 07. You got Mark in 5th, Truex. You got Tony 7th. You got Jeff Gordon 8th, and here's Casey Kane back in the top 10 in 9th, along with Kevin Harvick.
Tell you what, where Kyle Busch is so strong, but it's just not, it won't accept it right now as he bails that thing off in the corner. He paid the price through 3 and 4 that time. He's got his hands full of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I believe Junior's got the best car right now. I really do. He is he's really getting off the corner. Watch him drag up off the corner here and make the pass. That 88 car has come alive, and he is looking for the lead.
2 long years since Dale Jr. last won what is now the Sprint Cup Series, and it was right here at Richmond in this race 2 years ago. Kyle's coming right back after him on the bottom. Can he get there? Junior gives him plenty of room.
And this right here is the greatest thing that can happen for Denny Hamlin, is these two guys going at it like that.
But I think the thing about Hamlin's car is it gets better on the long run. I think he's a little bit better over the long haul. I think Junior in the 18, they got a shot at him, but it'd be after a restart.
And the great thing about this is right now all Hamlin has to do is keep running time trial laps until and if they get to him.
And I know the 88 and the 18, they're looking out the windshield, but they better look out their back window through the rearview mirror, because that 07 of Clint Boyer and Mark Martin in the 8, they are coming.
Well, the 88 though can do something that the 11 has had on a superior over everybody all night. That 88 gets off of turn 2 like the 11 does. He's got some real grunt up out of turn 2 over there.
But he's definitely diamond in the racetrack, Darrell, the 88 car.
That tells you car might be a little bit tight, but you're using it to your advantage. You know, you heard him say he wanted to tighten it up a teeny bit.
Way to go, you're a half a tenth quicker that last lap. Let's go.
25 laps to go, Krista.
Can you imagine what it would be like to ride in the race car with Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Well, I'm going to tell you what it's like. Right before that restart, Dale Jr. said to his crew chief, Tony Eury Jr., his spotter, TJ Majors, guys, I need some excitement. Pump me up. Here we go.
Well, let me ask you something. Does anybody recall 2 years ago, I think it was, when Junior won the last race here? You know who ran second to him?
Man leading the race.
The man leading the race. And he said that night, he said, if I'd only known that I could have gotten up there and gotten after him, I'd have done it.
Well, all I know is there is well over 100,000 seats here at Richmond. They're all empty right now because they're all standing up.
Junior's car looks like might just be giving up now, Larry. I think they tightened him up too much. That's why he's running up the hill the way he did. It's good for a lap or two, but it goes away.
Kyle had a good look at him underneath in turn 2.
And Kyle Busch is running the bottom, but Junior keeps it wound up just enough that Kyle Busch can't get by him down the straightaway. You'll see it right here. Kyle Busch should go to the bottom, but look at what happens off turn 2. Junior gets the run on the high side.
And I tell you, Denny Hamlin is just loving this. Because while they're messing with each other, he's on cruise.
Yeah, I think he's just running his car just hard enough right now.
Yeah, looking at the lap times, he's not running anywhere near what he could run, I don't think.
Busch again to the bottom, trying to scratch and claw out a second place from Dale Jr.